So in this last section on a new paradigm for senior care, life gets better with age, let's look at those who are confronted with a progression of the disease processes. Because so far we talked about people that want to stay well and healthy. But I don't want to ignore those people that are a little bit more in the soup, that they have multiple conditions and they're on multiple medications. Those people are called medically complex because they may have 5 or 10 symptoms and they may be on 5 or 10 medications. They are what Mary Pfeiffer calls the old. They might be chronologically 70, but biologically they look like they're 80 because their disease process is accelerating. And the drugs are there to help, and the symptoms are there to reflect their distress, which are often inflammatory in nature, but they're a little bit more progressed, so we don't want to forget about those as well. So there's a couple of ways that I've looked at this, especially in terms of memory care. And I call it the analogy of the forest fire. And for those of us that have grown up in California or in other parts of the country, we know about a forest fire. The first thing they do when there's a forest fire is they'll send in the smoke jumpers and they'll send in the tankers and they'll try to contain the blaze from allowing it to spread. Then they'll come in and remove the dry tinder, the dry brush, so there's no more fuel to help fuel the fire. And then finally, after the forest fire is put out, they'll reseed the forest. And by analogy, I'm saying this is what we can do in our paradigm to actually help repair and regenerate the body. So a little more idea of this in brief that I cover in the Body, Energy, and Longevity Prescription in my book. The idea with the forest fire containing the blaze is that if someone has a disease process that's been accumulating over decades and is definitely contributing to someone sliding downhill, so to speak, first thing you can do, even in an aging or nursing facility or at home, is to bring in a therapist to start slowing and stabilizing the momentum. Keep it from getting any worse. Allowing that to stabilize, this may take some time, and then allow things to back up and reverse. So the first things we want to do is to contain the blaze, so to speak, and allowing it from getting any further. And that means even some initial care to help disallow the inflammation from getting any worse. That's the first level. The second level, in terms of removing the fuel, is what we found out over time, that very often, probably half of the time, people are actually eating foods which are inflammatory in nature. And maybe they've been imbibing these foods, carbohydrates, sugars, and so on, for decades. What if they started to change their diet? And I know this is asking a lot. I know this is a big thing. But maybe if they can even make some moderate changes in their diet. So there's less inflammation in the body that over time starts to prevent and be reflected in less inflammation in the brain. That's equivalent to removing all this dry brush that's in a forest fire. We want to stop the inflammatory agents and aggravation from occurring. Part of what we can do in craniosacral therapy is also use concentrated, not just individual therapy, but multi-hands therapy, where a number of people can in one go work on someone to reduce all these stresses and strains that may have been accumulating for decades in life. So the hope here is that just because people have accumulated a lifetime of stress, or as Willie Nelson might say, 40 miles of bad road, that this can actually be reversed over time and allow the nervous system to become more flexible, really removing the irritants that have added to the body and aggravate the system. When we talk about cranky old men, like one of the movies years ago, a lot of the reasons why people are cranky is because there's inflammation in their body. That's why they're less flexible. But it doesn't mean it has to remain in that condition. It doesn't have to mean that that is the only way they can be, because reversal is possible. That's one of the takeaway that I'd like you to take from my message about this. And David Perlmutter, who wrote Grain Brain, and William Davis, that wrote Fat Belly, are two doctors that talk about the inflammatory nature of carbohydrates and how this actually interferes with mental and cognitive function. So a lot of people have begun to share their observations on how this occurs and how these factors prevent full mental and cognitive function, interfere with memory. So craniosacral therapy, augmenting what these gentlemen have suggested, also can help increase the fluid flow of cerebrospinal fluid inside the brain and help remove toxins. So it's actually very complementary to all these other approaches as well. And this last piece, reseeding the forest, in my class, Craniosacral Therapy for Longevity, Reversal of the Aging Process, I teach advanced craniosacral therapy practitioners how to actually dialogue with such things as the stem cells in the immune system and help repair neurological functioning, actually damage in the body. And there is, encouragingly enough, a growing body of research that says that neurological repair is possible. This is something really almost on the leading edge of neurological science, but you'll find more and more articles that are supporting this. So wouldn't it be interesting that even if there has been damage, repair can be done? And we know in popular literature of many accounts of people being able to recover in this way. So this is a vision of what we can achieve as craniosacral therapy practitioners and adjunctive practitioners to bring people, again, not just from progression of a disease, but stabilizing and moving things back the other way. What would it be like if there was a model to say that not only is aging downhill, but the detrimental effects of aging can be stabilized and reverse and go the other way? What would that do to our culture to actually entertain that concept? So again, to find out more, go to preventingalzheimers.com, do more research on this, look at our blogs on social media on preventingalzheimers.com and Body Energy Company. Take a look at our tweets, by the way. I haven't even mentioned that, our growing Twitter population. And get more educated in this concept and contribute and allow us to know through info at preventingalzheimers.com how we can help support you and your loved ones in the longevity process. Thank you and be well.